Hi everybody, it's David Fleming here from the Toronto Realty blog, and welcome to this week's Pick 5. Now last week we took a look at very small condos that we called shoeboxes. I figured this week we would switch gears and we'll look at some houses. Now if you read the title from today, you were aware we are looking at what I call not starter homes. Now it's funny, a lot of the Pick 5s that I do, and I usually film these on Wednesday and sometimes very late at night and sometimes after showings. I'll go back to the office at 10:30 and bang out a Pick 5. A lot of the times, I'm not going to say I'm not feeling creative, but sometimes something is fresh on the mind, like a particular property type I just looked at. And so whereas last week I was looking at shoeboxes with a client and I thought this would make a great Pick 5, this week I'm looking at not starter homes. So it's funny because we were out the other night, 2 nights ago. Like this week is blended together like crazy. And we were looking in this house, we were talking about starter homes. And my client, before I could even say it, said, well, this isn't a starter home. So what is a starter home? Is it based on price? Is it based on size? Is it based on number of bedrooms and bathrooms? Today I figured we would look at houses that, yes, these could be starter homes. In fact, one of them I am going to sell to clients that, are in a little condo. Now, is that their first home? Is it the first property you live in? What I'm basically getting at is that we're not looking at a tiny 3-bed, 1-bath semi, which is a little starter home. We're looking at some that are 4-bed, 4-bath. Now there is a 3-bed, 2-bath just because it happens to be detached in an area surrounded by growing families in a great school district. I might take a bit of a sacrifice on the size of the house if I get into the better area. That's what I'm getting at today. The demographic. People that maybe are coming from a condo and they're not looking to get that small house, they want something they can grow into, or people that are doing exactly the opposite, going from a small house to a larger one. Now, first I want to show you something. Oh my God. It's literally like a magnifying glass for your eyes. I want to show you something. Let's take a little look-see. See this right here? Not a typo. 2.35. Sold for $3.52. $1,170,000 over the list price. 150% of list. That reminds me of 2017. But back then, a $699 listing would sell for 150% of list because it would sell for $1,050,000. This is crazy. This is like 50% above list when you're already at 2.35 million. Now what this is, as you can tell, is a beautiful once-in-a-generation opportunity. It's a 37.5-foot detached 3-story with a private drive, right? Someone is going to reno the hell out of this. Is it worth 3.2 million? I mean, it is because someone paid it, but I suspect that this is at least $500,000 reno, right? Like, why half-ass it? Now, someone may obviously move into this and just leave it, but if this is done properly, right, and highest and best use of an asset prevails, then that is a $500,000 reno. Now, I also want to draw your attention to 2 recent sales. And this is, as I said, I'm looking at the not a starter home. This is one on Gerrard, right? Beautiful Edwardian from the outside. Let's take a look at the photos, okay? Beautiful Edwardian, right? White picket fence, great photography. It's a corner lot, but it's on Gerrard. 1,199, I told my clients 1.5. We didn't bid on this. It sold for 1.53, right? So, okay, I feel pretty good. I know the market. This sold a couple nights ago. This is what I'm getting at today. Not your starter home. It's detached, right? You don't need 5 beds, but it's a really big house, has an unfinished basement, but it has space. And then the other one, I actually did bid with clients on this, right? Again, not your starter home. Only, I say, 3-bed, 2-bath, but it has the extra guest room in the basement. A lot of smaller houses don't. This backs onto a park. The street's gorgeous, right? It's all families, kids riding their bike up and down the street. $1,249,000. I felt this is $1,350,000 max. Comps don't show $1,385,000. Went for $1,385,000. I had an offer on this. I'll let the cat out of the bag. 2 offers. I had an offer on this. $1,249,000. $1,385,000 with 2 offers is crazy. If you haven't known the people that bought this, well, big spread between the 2 offers. I want to look at these 5 houses. Now, as you can see, they are spread out between east and west. We are 2 over here. We are 3 over here. These houses, I will say, represent, well, at least a couple of them, the really, really good real estate. Oh, there's the camera. That I look for some of my clients. And it starts right here with 98 Dewhurst. I cannot say enough good things about this property. It is absolutely unbelievable. My clients saw it earlier tonight with my colleague because I was out on another appointment. It's a phenomenal house. So first, let's look at the map. Where's 98 Dewhurst? Well, it's in this little pocket between Pape and Donlands. So let's zoom out here, guys. Sorry for making you sick. Plater Estates over here, Riverdale over here. The pocket. Well, no, where's the pocket? I don't even know. Google's not down with the pocket. So we're not Danforth Village over here. Danforth Village to me is up in here, right? It's all these east-west crisscrossing streets, right? The Milvertons, Glebe Homes, Springdale, Strathmore, Wolverton, Lees, etc. We're in this little pocket here. So we're like not Danforth Village. We're a little better than that, but we're not Plater Estates where people are paying 150% of list. We're in this amazing little pocket, and we are, what, 6 minutes from Donlands Station. We are a 5-minute walk down to Danforth. I absolutely love the area, and this house is in Wilkinson School District, which is, don't look at the paper, a 7.6 out of 10. Rated a 7.6 out of 10, which is 495th out of 3,046 schools. So don't put too much stake into the actual number. We know it's a good school. The house, beautiful Edwardian, covered porch, right? You know I like covered porches because that's where you put your kids' stuff, right? Not a starter home here, guys. We've got this beautiful Edwardian. It's a 20-foot lot. Yes, it's a semi, but it's 2.5 story, 4 beds, plus 1, 3 baths. Let's take a look. So, very traditional and charming from the outside. On the inside, right? A lot of elements of staging, but you can see you've got the little living room where you usually do at the front. You've got the dining room in the middle, staircase going up, no wasted space. Then in this house, what I love, not the kitchen itself, but the size and layout of the kitchen. This thing is massive. So you don't like the white backsplash? Fine. You don't like these big, thick 80s pot lights? No big deal, right? You don't like this and the melamine here and the weird-ass granite, whatever it is, quartz? Fine. But look at the size of the kitchen. It's phenomenal. Buy this house, redo the kitchen. Look, you've got the bar here, you've got the island here, you've got 2 sinks in the island, all that plumbing's there. Do you need 2 sinks? No, but it's there. You know how tough it is to put plumbing in a sink, plumbing in an island when there isn't already, a sink in an island when there already isn't plumbing. Now, speaking of plumbing, that's what my dog does when she's sniffing for something. But I'm getting at this. Why is there a sink in the bedroom? I'll just say it. Cool. Maybe it's a weird thing. I don't know. But there's a sink in the bedroom. So, you know what? There's plumbing there. If you really want to, maybe you can convert this into or make a small little bathroom. Okay, so there's a sink here too. Hey, look, I still love this house, okay? Plumbing for everyone. There's a sink in every room. Okay. Bedrooms are a bit weird. I'll give it that. But the bones of this house are solid. This is the loft upstairs, 3rd floor, right? I'll show you the floor plan in a minute. Well, maybe I don't need to. Okay, so you've always got this steep staircase, really, really staged up here. So this house is not like, let's just say not move-in ready. This house is not perfect. This is the basement bedroom. But all the elements are there. This is the rec room. I probably would have got rid of the elliptical for the staging. You've got really nice ceiling height, big ugly pot lights, but these things can be changed, right? Here's the bedroom. Here's the rec room. The bulkhead's off to the side. It's not down the middle. I still love this house, even though there are some pretty weird sinks happening. Okay, there's your covered porch, right? We know David loves his covered porches. And there's your back deck, and you have parking and a backyard. Love it. Love it. Okay, let's take a look at the floor plan. Right, now. 2nd floor, sink. Okay, look. I don't know why there are sinks in every bedroom. I'm not gonna lie. This could be a cultural thing. This could be an older person thing. This could be something I don't even know about that people are, gonna be like, you're so insensitive. How could you not know about, sink disease or whatever. I don't know why there are sinks in every room. I really don't care. I still love this house. It's a phenomenal space. It's an unbelievable location. Great school district. This is not a starter home, right? Main floor, they call that the sunroom. Isn't that delightful? It's a covered porch. We've got a nice living, dining combination, huge kitchen, right? Sinks everywhere. Holy crap. Sinks for everyone. This little den at the back, right? Realistically, this is just another mudroom for the kids. So it's one that in photos might look a little bit confusing because there's 42 sinks, but I can't say enough good things about this. No, just said some other stuff about it. Okay, 47, Shudell. 47 Shudell is in the pocket, right? This is in the pocket. Now, the question is, standing here, can you hear the screeching from the DC Greenwood yard? Probably not. I remember being on, yeah, here, Queen Victoria. Queen Victoria, I was going to say in Seymour, up in here, and literally standing outside. Also my dog. Listening for the streetcar. So I don't think you're going to be able to hear it from here. It's a very quiet street because there's no through traffic, right? Why would you ever be on Shudell unless you lived here? Very, very close to the Danforth. Quick walk. School district is Blake Street. Now, therein lies the rub. Blake Street ranks a 4.7 out of 10. It's not a great school. And I sent this to one client who said, no, Blake Street, not happening. And you know what? To each their own, right? Some people don't care. Some people are sending their kids to private school. Some people are sending them to Catholic school. That's the rub on this house. So the house itself, beautiful, 3 beds, 4 baths, right? Let's take a look. Now, not a huge lot, but a beautiful house on the inside. So completely open concept. People go gaga for the brick, super, super modern, very clean lines everywhere. My question would be, is this the only dining area? Because this is typically the eat-in kitchen. Now that's the rub to me, is that it's just a little bit smaller than what I'd like to see. Because normally you've got living and then dining and then kitchen, and here your kitchen is basically combined with the dining room, right? Because it's a little breakfast look. Nook, this is beautiful. This is great photography too, right? And that's your dining room. It's not a dining room, that's a breakfast nook. You don't have a dining room. So that's the rub to me. And for some people it's the, Blake Street's a non-starter. So really great house. And again, what's this going to sell for, right? Because part of this was getting into that sort of price point. I showed you the first 2 houses were $1,385,000 and were $1,530,000. Did I talk about price? I didn't talk about price on Dewhurst. Damn it. Now I have to go back. Should we go back? Yes, we should. So the comp for Dewhurst is this one. $999 sold $1,467,000. 5 bed, 2 bath, 18 by 120, 3-story. Unfinished in somewhat original shape, right? $999, $1,467. Now, Dewhurst, $999, right? I was going to say, I think it's $1,400,000. Okay, that sucked, but it is what it is. So, I wanted to talk about price. So, again, $1,149,000 Shudell. It's only a 70-foot lot, but because it's 3 bed, 4 bath, maybe it's somebody that doesn't have kids. Maybe it's somebody that doesn't need the big dining room. I think this house is $1,300,000 all day. $1,300,000 all day. Now, the irony is it could go for more because there are comps to support it, but I wouldn't do it, right? And again, I'd shown you at the beginning, God, I'm off today, right? $1,385,000. I mean, I told my clients, like, max $135,000, and they didn't even want to go to that, right? We were well below that. And then, this one here, if my clients had the ability, I would have pumped $1,550,000 at this all day. It is totally, totally worth it. But eventually, you do reach a place where, $1,149,000, I would not go any higher. So we'll see what that one goes for. Okay. 83B Harcourt, gorge. As the kids say, someone has to take a drink. That person will know what that means. She turned it into a drinking game when I say anything about the kids today. So this, as you can tell, is in an offshoot of Riverdale. And I say an offshoot of Riverdale because if we zoom out, we know this shape right here, right? We've got Broadview, we've got Pape, and then over here you see Blake Jones. Blake Jones School District? No. Franklin School District remains up here. So the best part about Harcourt and Hazelwood up here, not only is it really close to Danforth, but you're not fearing being down here, right, into Blake Street. You're in Franklin School District. Franklin School District, which I think is 7.9? 7.8, I was close. For once upon a time, Franklin was like the 9.5. Timmy, the dumb kid, screwed it up for everyone. No, you can't put a ton of stake into exactly what the score is because you could have one kid like Timmy. So the house itself, gorge, 83B Harcourt. See this, 16 to 30 years. This is obviously a lot that was subdivided, maybe a big detached or something. At one point, I would assume that this was like a 35-foot lot, right? And that's why these are only 16 to 30 years. But they're red brick, they're very pretty. They're not out of place with the area. And let's get the bigger shot here. There we go, right? See that? Really, really pretty houses. Really, really nice. On the inside, I mean, what can you say? It's absolutely phenomenal. For a Riverdale house, it works, Some of the elements here you might say are a little older than you might like, right? This is very traditional. And when you see, let's say this here, or what was the first photo? No, I was going to use this one. You know, it looks a little more modern. And then you go over here to traditional. So maybe there's a combination of some different styles here. But, you know, the bones are solid, right? It checks the boxes. It's a 3-bed. It's a 4-bath. You've got your ensuite. The kitchen's gorgeous. May not be your style, but look, upstairs, phenomenal. This reminds me of kind of the townhouses. Oh my God, it's the exact same layout. Where are we? Bloor and Islington, west of there. I can't remember the name of the street. It's probably named after somebody. But all these condominium townhouses, the top floor is exactly this layout. I've been in this model. Oh my God. I can't even tell you how many times. So you've got your closet here. You've got your big bathroom here. Skylight's a nice touch. Usually there's a baby gate here. God, I've been there so many times. It's going to bug me now. So there is your master, right? And then downstairs, second level. Bathroom, bedroom, great movie poster. One of my favorites of all times. I had that in my last apartment, McMaster, 2002. I had Pulp Fiction, Run Lola Run, and I can't remember the third one, over top of my TV. I decided to express myself in movie posters. Yeah. Ferris Bueller over the couch, right? Wall Street and Boiler Room over the computer where I did my business, right? Don't want to tell you what was over the bed. That sounded weird. It actually was very weird. It was supposed to be satirical. It was American Psycho. I know that's weird, but if you get the movie and the book, it's a satire. It was a satire of myself. Anyways, try explaining that to people. Okay, right. We were talking about real estate, so I edit that part out later. This is the basement, or I wouldn't say basement. I'd say, you know, lower level-ish because it's built up off the ground. And see this window here? It's above grade. For lower level, this is killer. So this is basically the family room, which I think is awesome because most places, not most places, all places in Riverdale would not have this ceiling height with windows up here. I'll go back to the, so that's the back deck. Okay, I'll go back to the front of the house because I want to show you, right? Look how it's built up off the ground. That's why we've got this window here. So basement's really lower level, main floor, second with the kids' beds, and then top floor with the master. So I absolutely love this house. Boy, price, holy moly. I don't see any reason why it goes less than $1.4 million, right? Am I crazy? Like, it's a semi, okay, it's not traditional Riverdale. It's got a B, 83B. Had a tough sale once at 111.5 Sudan, I believe it was. So you can make an argument this is worth 1.5. I think it goes for 1.4. Again, I know that's a big spread and I get it, but crazy things are happening. And I've been pretty good at picking prices lately. So yeah, I mean, I think it's 1.4 all day, and I could see the value well in excess of that. It really just depends on if someone's looking for more traditional. Okay, so now let's go to the West End. Interesting. The last two are higher priced, and they're both in the West End. So we have 31 Harshaw. So where is Harshaw? Harshaw is west of Jane, in this little pocket here south of Babby Point. So are you familiar with Warren Park? It's kind of just a name. Oh, there you are. That doesn't mean anything. If you go in off of St. John's or St. Mark's, you dip way down as you go down here, right? It's way down. It's like, I don't know, 100 feet lower than the street. Don't confuse these streets with that same area, right? You are not dipping down. Harshaw is literally right off of Jane. It's an awesome spot. Now, this is in Runnymede School District. Runnymede ranks an 8.7 out of 10. And as you can tell, obviously, it is what? 9 minutes walk to Jane. So the house itself is detached. It's a 4-bed, it's a 4-bath. It's listed at $1,348,000. Again, not a starter home, but it's falling in that kind of 1.5-ish range, or at least I think it will, maybe a little bit more. I want to go to some of the comps first, and this could be fun, okay? So here we've got 39 Harshaw, 25 by 100, right? 1.1 million, and this is literally just land, right? There's not even any photos, okay? Then over here, we've got 26 Methuen, and it's a 26 by 121 foot lot, 3-bed, 2-bath, sells for $1,350,000, and you know, like not brand new or anything. And keep in mind, these two sales were last year, but look, Radiant, this is original, right? So they're $1,350,000 a year ago. And now we get into 55 Harshaw, 25 by 100, 3-bed, 3-bath, $1,549,000, you know, and it's pretty nice. It's pretty nicely done, okay? Right? Extension off the back, etc. So if that's what we're looking at for the 3-bed, 3-bath, this to me feels grossly underpriced. Now maybe you don't like the style of it, right? It's got a bit of a stucco box thing happening, but it is detached, right? There's no radiant like you'd expect. This looks like a radiator, but that's normally where it would go. Kitchen, yeah, a little dated, no problem. That's fine. Look at the extension off the back. Sunroom, hate the tile, fake brick. Eat-in kitchen, right? So this is where you might like to see a family room. They've made it more like a sunroom. I don't know how much use you're going to get out of that. That's literally like where Grandpa reads the paper in the morning or something like that. A lot of plants happening here. Okay, cool. Small little bedroom, bath, right? Downstairs, not the best ceiling height, but again, this isn't a rebuild. And oh, they're right, this is an apartment. That was the whole point of this. Let me go back here, right? Okay, living, bath, kitchen, dining, and I mean, what are you getting for this basement? $1,500. So there's the backyard, right? Very cool house. So the irony with this one, guys, is that like this is rentable. And I said $1,500. Like, yeah, $1,500 for a basement apartment. That's nuts. I remember the first time I heard 1,000, I was like, wow, to live in a basement. So for the person that's, you know, not looking for the starter home, I don't know if they need that income. And that to me is tricky because a lot of people swear by income, right? I've got clients that have only been able to afford to buy a house because it had basement income. I don't know that the 4-bed, 4-bath, not a starter home, probably in the 155 plus range, is going to be bought by somebody that is targeting basement income. Now, if you're the family that wants a rec room in the basement with an extra bedroom, you have to tear this out. So I don't really know what I make of this one, right? It's not love. It's not love. I love the first one, even though it has a sink in every goddamn room. This one, not love. Again, very, very curious to see what this goes for, and definitely not a starter home. Okay, we have one more here, and it's also in the West End, 97 Deforest Whitaker. 97 Deforest Gump. This is offers anytime. Can I just show you? This is so funny. I'm going to try not to get the person's name in here. Look, no online appointments. No text regarding offers. What do you mean no text regarding offers? You want me to send a carrier pigeon? Or just send a thought shape? I mean, look, I have people tell me that I need to get with the times because my, iPhone 4 has had a crack screen for a year. No text regarding offers. Like literally. Hello, Mabel? Yes, David Fleming here, Bonds Real Estate. Aha! I would love to present to you an offer to purchase your property. Like, I don't know. Anyways, I'm being a dick, but no text regarding offers. I don't know, to each their own. Yes, I'm typecasting. That was a rotary dial phone, and I was talking in like that weird 1920s voice everyone seemed to use. Ha! Like a cat on a hot tin roof. Like that. So, that aside, it's a great house. I just don't understand why someone would be like, don't text me. Like, discount brokerages are the best. They're like, do not call brokerage. You're like, oh, huh. You don't want me to call right, because you're not, okay, got it. So location, 97 Deforest. This is in Swansea. It is in prime Swansea. Now, Swansea School District ranks a 9.1 out of 10. Phenomenal. The one thing I will say about Deforest Gump here is that there is a fire station right here, and the house is right here. In a completely unrelated story, I've never sold a house on Deforest. I don't know why that is. So the house itself, beautiful, right? Detached, has parking. You can see the car in the back. It's a mutual. The location's phenomenal, right? It could not be in a better school district. The heart of Bloor West. The house itself, again, radiant heat, that's fine, but it's a pretty standard living, dining, kitchen layout. It's been opened up, with the exception of back here. What I meant was this has been opened, right? One support beam. Kitchen's still a bit enclosed. It's beautiful, right? Not your starter home, right? Only a 3-bed, 2-bath, which for most people would be a starter home. Now this is, I guess the nursery, obviously, but that doesn't count as one of the bedrooms. The reddish wood, not good. Okay, and then downstairs, nice little rec room, and the extra bathroom. Okay, very cute. Very cute. So this is offers anytime. Just, don't text the agent. And, that was the parking space, by the way, right? They took it when, obviously, they moved the car. So offers anytime. And, I have to be perfectly honest, like $1,399,000 for this house is unbelievable value. My one rub is that fire station. I don't know what I would do about that fire station. I just, people that live on the street, people are always like, defense. They're talking that up. Like, yeah, no, we don't really notice it. I mean, me think that doth protest too much. So I've done this before in blogs, and I, get hate mail from people that are like, "Why are you telling people that there's a fire station on our street?" Because there's a fire station on your street. I mean, I'd pick one reason, and that would be it. And so, yeah, I mean, to be perfectly honest, I don't know how I would feel about that, whether it's a deal breaker. The house itself, the location, the school district, everything in here is unbelievable. The value for $1.4 million to be in this location, do you need a refresher? I don't know if you did. 1, 2, 3 blocks from Bloor Street. And where's the school? Swansea? Swanson? Right here. Dumb and Dumber? Swanson? Samsonite. I was way off. Some of you get that. So your kid could walk to school, which is a 9.1. You're close to the park. And this is the subway line. Unbelievable. I just don't know about that fire hall. And there we go. I wanted to end with that. That's it. What did you think? No? Not good? Great. I like that. That was a fun one, I think, for those of you that are looking for not a starter house at 1.5. For those of you that are looking to buy a one-bedroom condo, you absolutely hated this pick 5. So I think the takeaway here, or takeaways, west is more expensive than east, sure. There are some houses that are discounted, like the one I showed you on Gerrard, and the one that's next to the fire hall for things like busy streets or loud fire halls. Both of these are very, very close to the subway, and I think that plays a factor. And last but not least, we've looked at 4-bed, 4 baths, we've looked at 3-bed, 2 baths. There's a massive difference in what your dollar can get based on, obviously, area and also age of home, size, style, etc. So I love the one on Dewhurst, even with all the things. I think that's an awesome, awesome property, and I hope to sell it to a very nice couple that are looking. And I think it's absolutely perfect. Just got to do something about these things. Anyways, guys, that is it for me. Have a fantastic weekend. I'll see you next week. Bye for now.